Herzlich willkommen zu Dragons TV und an meiner Seite ein glücklicher Gewinner mit Kelvin Omojola. Is that correct?
Yep.
Omojola?
Yeah, that's the German way to say it. Yeah.
Omojola, okay. The first half, I think I said it wrong, but the second half, I think I started saying it right.
All right, yes, sir.
Congrats on the 106.99 double overtime win. I mean, could the fans have wanted a more exciting game than that for the first home game?
I know, that was a crazy, crazy game. And it's funny, like, immediately, like, after the game, I already know that, like, oh, I know the fans love that game. Like, double overtime first, and we ended with a win. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
The only thing missing was a buzzer beater, but okay.
Oh, I know.
But, I mean, crazy game, but Marko Rosic, the 174 centimeter guard, came off the bench. He didn't play the first overtime, but coach gave him the self-confidence in the second OT, and he hit two big shots back to back. I mean, I can take the word out of your mouth. I think you're going to say you guys knew he could do that.
Oh, yeah. I love Marko. And it's funny, after the last game, I remember I was texting Marko. I'm like, hey, Marko, you're a great player. Like, I love your game. I love how you play. And, like, the shots that he made, that's no surprise at all. Like, in practice, he's my matchup in practice. So I'm going against him. We're battling all the time. He's a great player. And he's young, only 18.
Yeah.
And it's funny because everybody looks at his size, they look at his face, like, oh, they kind of underestimate him. But he's tough as nails.
He is.
Yeah.
He just told me in the interview before that you were the fastest guy he's ever played against. So, and I have to tell you, I actually saw you play 2 seasons ago when you just lit it up against Frankfurt, 31 and 27.
Yep.
I don't know which game you hit in Frankfurt, but I just remember your scoring. Your quickness didn't really. I didn't notice it, but I really noticed it today.
Hey,
you are really quick. I mean, were you always quick, or have you gotten quicker over time?
Yeah, I feel like. It's funny, I feel like in high school I didn't know how quick I was, but just kind of in college, that's when I realized that I was really, really quick. Every time I would go play, whether it was pickup or in practice, guys would be like, man, you're so quick. You're like, your first step is so fast. And that's kind of when I first realized it. And then over the years, you know, constantly working with my trainer, kind of like building my speed and my quickness. And then now with Rhöndorf, it's on like full effect for sure. Coach gives me the freedom to go play fast. He wants me to play fast.
Yep.
And in Speyer, we wanted to get up and down, but it was different though. Especially I was playing off the ball a lot more. But yeah, I mean, really, that's kind of something I worked on, and Coach gives me the confidence to go play fast, play free.
So in the off season, you're in Las Vegas, correct?
Now, actually, I'm in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even you were in Las Vegas too. So
Yes.
I know a lot of NBA guys are living there. So
Yeah.
who are some of the people you were like working out with over the summer, or even in San Diego?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. So in Las Vegas, it was primarily like Shabazz Muhammad, great player. Worked out with DeMarcus Cousins a few times. Pierre Jackson, is probably
your toughest player that you played against.
for sure.
You told me.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, Pierre, man, he's a great player. And that's kind of like the main group of guys. But even like the talent is so deep in Las Vegas. Like there's guys that I can name that, let's say, the average viewer won't even know who they are, but they're just super tough as nails. They can play. And yeah, working out in Las Vegas, it really is a blessing because you can't just go and work out and think everything is easy.
Yeah.
No, you really have to bring your A game, especially like the workouts I'm in. It always ends with a one-on-one. And that's how you get better.
Yeah.
You're trying to guard your man, no help. And when you're playing these great players, it's like sometimes it's like a rude awakening. Like, oh, man, all right, I got to get better. But yeah.
So let's get back to this game. Frankfurt really gave it all they had. Travion Bell, 31 points. I mean, you got to tip your hat to Frankfurt. I mean, they never gave up.
Yeah, oh, never. Yeah, Travion, he played a great game. Hecker hit some big shots. They just played it great as a unit, though. But I mean, to me, that's not a surprise. Even like my first year, we lost to them both times, kind of similar fashion. Like
but you had big games.
Exactly, yeah, but super close games. And I feel like we got to do a better job of, we had a 15-point lead. We had to do a better job of
conserve the lead.
Yeah, and extending it.
Yeah,
versus letting them back in the game, and now it's a double overtime thriller. So, but hats off to them. They played really a great game.
You guys are 3-0, great start, and Marko said you guys have proved that you guys can come back and win at the end instead of giving up the lead or whatever.
Definitely.
I think the biggest strength already is just the team chemistry.
Yeah.
What Coach has helped develop with the team is amazing. How far you guys are at the beginning of October. What has Coach done?
Man.
He has just put this unit together and just meshed so well?
Yeah, well, first, obviously, with Coach and our GM, Yannick, they did a great job of bringing, like, these group of guys in, like, the personalities. Like, everybody really does like each other. And you can't say that for a lot of teams where truly everybody likes each other. And there's nobody that feels on top of anybody else. Like, it really feels like everybody is here, which is it's a really good dynamic. And Coach, I'm a firm believer that a team is a reflection of the coach. And Coach, like, his personality is, he's very, I want to say easygoing, but he's really just a great guy. He's a great guy, but then when it's time to compete and be intense, he's intense. And I feel like that's exactly how our team is, like, spot on. So, I mean, yeah, Coach has just done a great job empowering everybody, making everybody feel comfortable and confident. And as you see, it shows. Everybody's playing free. Nobody's playing really tight. And obviously we're 3-0, so I think it's important we keep, especially these early games, try and keep winning these early ones because I think it'll only get better as the season goes on. We'll get more and more comfortable with each other, know how people play, things they like to do, chemistry, so on and so forth. So, I mean, yeah, hats off to Coach. He's just a great guy.
It's going to be an exciting season.
Yeah, very exciting. Yes, sir.
I personally think 2 years ago you saw the Pro B. You played in Speyer. I honestly believe you, Badu Buck, and Tyrese Blunt could possibly be the strongest German trio. I'm putting you because
no, definitely. Thank you.
The strongest German trio in the Pro B. I mean,
no doubt.
What do you think about that?
100%.
I mean, that's just pure power.
Yeah, like you pretty much. I completely agree.
What do you appreciate most about Tyrese and Badu's games?
Man, so first with Badu, I love how Badu. He's always like a calm, even pace.
That's what Coach told me too.
Yeah, I really love that, and he's a big guard as well. So it gives a good dynamic because I'm kind of small. So then you got Badu, who's the bigger guard. So I'm playing fast. Badu's kind of calm presence. He never gets sped up. And then Tyrese is kind of like Marco. He's just a dog. Elite shot maker, kind of like Badu. Energizer, athletic, plays hard, competes. Like, I think it's just a great balance, all of us. And again, none of us are selfish guys. Like, really, like if Badu's playing well, me and Tyrese are cheering him on. Tyrese is playing well, Badu and I are cheering him on. If I'm playing well, they're cheering me on. And it's really a good dynamic to have because, again, you don't see that on a lot of teams. Maybe like two guys that are really close and then one of them is, dang, I should have had a better game today, or I don't want them to have a better game than me. So, yeah, it's a great dynamic, and I definitely think for sure we're the best backcourt in the league.
Because the guard play is so strong, you three guys, Marco Roses, Filipovic, Silic, do you think guys like Leon Bulic and Avery Sullivan could get lost a little in the shuffle? Yeah, because they have big games too, and you guys need their presence.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's where I think it's a really good, like, where Coach does a really good job of empowering players, making them feel confident. Like, yeah, it's definitely, again, I know how it is. You could definitely, oh man, I'm coming off the bench. Say, I don't want to come in and mess up. But no, like, Mate comes in, shooter, hits big shots. Marco, love Marco's game. He's just a dog. He's always confident. Leon, Avery, like, we need them to play big, play well, and they do.
Yeah.
And so it's a great dynamic. And a lot of teams, I feel like okay, you stop these guys, you probably win the game. But with us is, like, Avery Sullivan, he's a walking double-double. Yeah. Like Leon is such a great player, and he hasn't even had a big game yet.
Right.
And
he's more athletic than I thought.
Yeah, and he can shoot the three as well. Like, really, I think we're a well-balanced team as a unit. And like I said, Coach empowers everybody to play their game and be confident, which you don't really see that on a lot of teams. So, yes, I think it's going to be a big year for us personally.
So you had a huge season in the Pro B 2 years ago, and then last season you went to the Pro A, and you had to pay your dues. You scored 3 points, and now is it fair to say you're taking a step back to maybe take 2 steps forward? 6 years ago, this guy by the name of Cameron Taylor played here, played in the Pro A, went here, and then moved up to higher leagues, and 3 years later he was a EuroLeague player.
Right.
So you must have kind of a chip on your shoulder now.
For sure.
And still have big goals to keep climbing the ladder.
Oh, definitely. Like, for me, this has always been a goal of mine. Like, I want to get to the highest level possible. Like, I don't want to put any limits on myself. So that's always been my main goal. And yeah, obviously Pro A, again, I feel like I was having a good first half of the season, averaging like 8 points a game. Then obviously Ben Shungu comes down. Ben's a great player. So again, I kind of know how it is. So yeah, I get lost out the rotation. But again, like you said, paying my dues, and I'm getting able to compete against Bazoo, great player.
Good friend of Dennis Schroeder.
Yes, great player. Lavelle, and Ben, I'm competing against these guys every single day in practice.
That made you better.
Yeah, and that's how I look at it. And I really took it as, I'm in practice. I'm really getting better today. And like how I feel like we're the best backcourt in Pro B. That's how I felt last year in Carlsruhe. I was like, this is the best backcourt in Pro A. Yeah. And I get to defend these guys every single day. I'm definitely getting better, and I know it's going to pay off in the long run. So, I mean, yeah, you could look at it as maybe like a step back, but I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. Team captain, which is a really big honor. I'm thankful to have that. Coach trusts me to be the starting point guard, lets me play free. So, I mean, you could look at it as a step back, but I personally don't. I feel like it's just another step in my journey.
But, I mean, you're used to it. I mean, in your journey, you played at 3 colleges.
Yep.
You began at JUCO. At
So actually, at first I started playing in Canada.
Right, but then you went to JUCO at Red Deer.
Red Deer, that was it. Yep.
And then you went to Benedict.
Yep.
That was NCAA too.
Yep.
And then you went to Northwest.
Yep. NAI.
Which was NAI, 5th league again.
Yep.
So obviously you went up and down.
Yep.
And that obviously made you stronger as a player.
Oh,
those 3 experiences.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like you said, I think it builds like adversity. And I know there's a lot of guys that whether they go somewhere and they transfer out and they just never get another opportunity. And I'm very grateful and thankful because I know I easily could have been somebody I would not be here today. For whatever reason, I could have just been lost out the fold, had no school to go to, and I'm just, let's say, back in Las Vegas. But, I mean, I'm thankful that, I mean, I guess like my parents, like my family, my upbringing, taught me how to deal with adversity and just keep on pushing on, especially to try and do what I want to do. And I really wanted to be a pro. Right. And it wasn't easy. Like I said, I easily could have not been here, but thankfully, thanks to God, I am here.
So you told me last summer you're a mix between Steph Curry and Kyle Lowry on the court.
Man, yeah.
Today I saw a little Steph Curry from you.
Man, I know. I wish. I definitely could have had a better game, but I mean, I'm just glad we got the win. I don't know. I feel like my game has always been evolving. And like I said, now with Coach allowing me to really play. This is my first year really playing point guard full time. Yeah. Like, you're the point. Everybody give Kelvin the ball. And so I'm really embracing it. I'm really loving this role that Coach has empowered me in. And, I mean, we're 3-0. I'm just trying to make the most out of it.
So Kelvin, I came into the game. I had no nicknames for any of the players, which is not typical for me.
Right.
Last season I had quite a few.
Right.
So somewhere in this game, I came up with your nickname.
Okay, talk to me.
Kelvin, the 3-level scorer, Omojola.
Okay.
Is that nice?
That's a nice little nickname. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Hey, no, I appreciate that.
That's the first nickname. Maybe I'll find some more for your teammates.
Okay, yes, sir. Yeah.
And, so I just wanted to tell you that. And last question, one-on-one, how have you done against Tyrese Blunt and Badu Book? Who wins those one-on-one
Man, I'm
games?
killing those guys.
What?
Man,
I'm going to tell them that.
Please, they know what's going on.
They're losing to you? Really?
Yes. You can ask Marco. Marco doesn't want to. He would hate for me to say this, but he hates practice because I'm going at Marco the whole time. Yeah, like and with Badu, they know. But again, that's a competitor in me. So
yeah, you guys are all competitors. I think that's going to be